Yeah, see, then depression, that's really the perfect storm then, where I couldn't kind of go on anymore. It needed to be sorted out. So I had a bad bout of anxiety coupled with a bad bout of depression. So it was no fun at all. And I was having a lot of physical problems as well at the same time, lots of throat infections and chest infections and whatever else. And I was only delighted to, kind of be, caught up in those, and I must go to bed, I have an infection, and, stay in bed for 3 days, 4 days a week. I was hiding from the world. I was hiding from my family. I wasn't going to social engagements. Somebody would text, due to go out tonight. Oh, I'm really sorry, I can't make it. I have this throat infection. Great excuses all around. But I was in and out of the GP a lot. And in fairness to her, and I'll be forever grateful to her, she spotted that there was a bigger issue at large. And she asked me one day, "Are you okay?" And I wasn't, and I cried for ages in her office, and she spoke to me about stuff and suggested counselling and antidepressants and stuff, and that was the start of my journey to get better. Depression is horrible. It's all-consuming darkness that you just can't see a way out of. And it's kind of like I've never been trapped in quicksand, but I imagine it to be that kind of similar scenario where you just can't get any traction in your life, and you're kind of just slowly moving from one thing to the other and trying to keep on top of your life and trying to keep the pretense going. Getting your child off to school in the morning, going to work meetings, getting work done, family engagements or social engagements, and all you want to do is hide away. All you want to do is avoid life, and it's not a nice place to be. Oh, I didn't. I hadn't a clue. I just thought I felt crappy. When you're in the mix of it, I really didn't know until the GP said to me that day, I think you're dealing with depression. I mean, the minute she said it, it was a light bulb moment, but I didn't know. I didn't know that's what I was dealing with. Not at all. And then you kind of get the thought of, depression. Oh God, am I that kind of person? Is there, something really badly wrong with me or whatever? And then as time goes on and you're dealing with it and you're getting to grips with it, you think, well, now I don't really care if somebody, like, I'm in a great place now, and I don't care if somebody thinks that there was something wrong with the illness that I had for the last year and a half, because if I hadn't gone and tackled it, I don't know where I'd be today. I don't know how I'd feel. And I certainly, looking back on how I felt at that time, like, I don't ever want to feel like that again. And so through the counselling and all the rest of it, I know how to cope with it now. And I know if I'm not coping, where I can go before it gets a grip on me again. Do you know what I mean? So now that I know, I'm always going to keep a check on my mental health. I'm always going to make sure that I'm doing the right things to ensure that my mental health is tip top. It was hard, like living with somebody with depression is not easy. My husband went through all of that with me, and was a great support, but it can't have been easy. I'm glad to say that now because of all the counselling and that, we, I feel, are a stronger couple, and I'm sure he'd say the same thing. We're a stronger couple now because of it. Like, you know, we're talking more, we're being more honest with each other, and that's only a good thing. You know, that can only strengthen a relationship. So it definitely had its challenges, but now that I've gotten help, it's improved the relationship immensely. You know, I'm kind of glad in one way that my son was young enough to not really understand or know kind of what was going on, bar like, oh, mommy's having a lazy day. I'm glad he didn't understand why I was having a lazy day. And I'm glad I was, you know, even though I was sick, I'm glad I was well enough to be able to, you know, get up and bring him to school and keep the ship afloat kind of scenario. But yeah, it was very hard. It was very hard. Yeah. Feels comfortable and terrifying in equal measure. So you're lying there in bed, you know, duvet up, whatever, and you're thinking, this is grand now. This is the way I want it, to be on my own, you know, nothing hassling me. I'm hiding away. Sure, they didn't want me at whatever thing anyway, so it's grand. Like I'm where I want to be, and I'm where others want me to be. But then you're lying there thinking, because you know you have anxiety, so it's all playing on your mind. So you're lying there thinking, oh God, I should really be doing this, or I should be at this, or I should be here and I should be there. So you're constantly fighting with yourself that you're happy to be in seclusion, but you're worried about all the things you should be doing instead. So it's again, you're feeding these bad thoughts to yourself. You're beating yourself up and you're putting yourself down, which is really tiring. So you want to go to bed, and you know you want to hide away, but you're beating yourself up for hiding away. It's exhausting.